Hit record. Okay. All right. All right. Do we have any speakers today aside from our beautiful Christine? No, not yet. Okay, good. All right. We have got a lot to cover, so we are going to rapid fire through this morning. All right. So starting with the member induction. Yay. Yeah.
I'm like, I got this. We're so excited to have Amy.
Yes, we are. We're definitely excited to have Amy. So I'm just so excited for one that Amy has joined. I know we just talked about it last week, but now we are making it official with all her proper swag, you know, and her bling.
That we mean some of her proper swag. We have the pin.
That's right. Okay. We got swag, more swag, more to come. All right. So it is my honor and privilege to introduce Amy as our brand new member of the 380 Rotary Club. Fellow Rotarians, it is the duty of our Rotary Club to add new members so that we may not only increase our usefulness and influence as a club, but also to extend the spirit of Rotary throughout the community. Today, I welcome to our ranks and admit to our membership, Amy Yarbrough. Rotarian Amy Yarbrough, you have been elected to membership in this club because your fellow members believe you to be a worthy representative of your calling and also to possess qualities that will permit you to exemplify the true spirit of Rotary in your public, business, social, and private life. I wish to impress upon you that you have been admitted not only to the Rotary Club of 380, but to a worldwide association. And by virtue of your membership in this club, you will be welcomed into the fellowship of any Rotary Club in the world. And yes, that means Paris, France. You can go there too. The honor and privilege of Rotary membership carries with it duties and obligations. You will be expected to perform your share of club service and to place your knowledge and talents at the disposal of the club in its task of carrying out the principles of Rotary in the daily life of the community. Rotarian Amy, in the name of the Rotary Club of 380, I now formally admit you to the membership of this club. Woohoo!
Thank you.
So at this time, I'm asking if Carla, President-elect, could please give Amy her certificate. Awesome. Carlos, feel free to share any words you'd like to say about Amy.
Yeah, so Amy is, she's truly one of the pillars of our community. She's from here. There's nobody that knows the area more than Amy. And you know, you can always tell about somebody by what they say about them whenever they're not around. And whenever Amy's not around, people always just gush over how wonderful she is. I've never heard anything negative about her, and I've heard plenty of people. And you know, Amy is just always, you know, it's always wonderful things. It's always, you know, how Amy has always made a positive impact in our community. And you know, the story goes on and on and on with Amy. And as we watch her and everything that she's doing, we continue to see it, you know, personified over and over again, everything that Amy's about. So thank you very much, Amy.
Yay! And at this time, we'd like to have Jennifer, her sponsor, give her official Rotary pin.
I will not stick her with it, but I will hand it.
And if you'd like to say a few words, Jennifer, about Amy.
Well, I'm just blessed to have Amy in my life because she is a great friend and she's always there to help me, and I was like,
oh dear. And let that
you really are great. I don't think he's believing me.
Really, there was something not sure about that.
Anywho, totally like, oh, even when I have like just random ideas, and I'm like, hey, Amy, what do you think about, she's always there, and that's a sign of a true friend to me, is whenever I can count on them, regardless, I can always pick up the phone and say, help, so
Awesome.
I'm excited to have her in my life.
Yay. Thank you, everybody. And now, Amy, this is a time for us to learn a little bit more about you from your point of view.
Okay. Do you just read the slide?
Yeah.
No, that's just something.
That's
we
only a
use
math
inside.
That's for us.
So as Carlos said, I am local. I live in Providence Village. We've been here for a little over 6 years. I was originally from Houston. I was born in Houston, but we moved back to the North Texas area when I was about 2. And I actually graduated from Pilot Point High School in 1990. So graduated, moved away to go to college. I lived in San Antonio. I lived in Mexico City for 9 years. So I say that I've been back home for 6 years now. My professional career has always been about journalism and marketing. I've worked for a nonprofit art foundation. I have worked for a beer company that owns Shinerbach Brewery, does imports for Corona and Moosehead. I've done marketing for them. Moved out of the country for a while, and then once we came back, established a company with our speaker today. We established publishing and media company so that we could produce a magazine for Providence Village and keep the village up to date on everything that was going on. And for fun, I basically hang out with my family because they keep us so busy. We're very involved in CrossFit. My daughters are in powerlifting, volleyball, and gymnastics. And so between all of that, we hardly ever have a free weekend. Just always doing lots of family stuff.
That's awesome. Well, everybody give her a great welcome. Amy, if you haven't already faced it, because I know you've been going to the trivias, just prepare for the hazing and raising and, picking. That just means we love you, and you'll get nicknames and all that good stuff. So.
Thank you.
Good. Bring it on, people. All right, at this time, we're going to have the wonderfully talented Jennifer Kirk bring us our Rotary Minute.
Okay, so I actually found 2 things that were kind of not similar per se, but like similar.
Similar.
Yeah. So did y'all know that because of COVID, the Rotary actually created a page where us as Rotarians can post whenever we have jobs that are available, so that we can help people who have lost out on their jobs get a new job during this, whatever. I think it downgraded from a pandemic to something else. Pandemic or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so you can go onto the Rotary site, and then there's a link that will take you to this District 5810 and 5790 business and job connection thing. So I thought that was kind of cool because as Rotarians, we are always looking for ways that we can help each other. And so how cool would it be to, if somebody lost a job, somebody else be able to provide a job, So with that same thing, I also saw where they do grants, which I thought was really cool. It was mostly about Chicago though, but I think anybody can apply for the grant, and I printed this and my husband put it all together, and I don't think it's in the right. But anyway, I was like, this doesn't look like the front nor the back, and then I don't even know. Anyway, so there's some scholarships that help if you're low to moderate income. It'll help you go back to school to make sure that you can get educated to be better. And there were some really touching stories in here. So if y'all have time to go on the Rotary website and look at the stories, there were several from Chicago and how they were in like the bad part. And one lady said that her kids would play a game of which gun was being used for that gunshot. And she goes, that was about the time she realized she needed to be better. But her whole family lived in that subdivision area or whatever. And so they thought, we're all together, we're all going to protect each other. But she thought there's got to be better out there. even though I think it said she had her first kid at 13, I don't know. But she got educated and became a nurse. So Rotary helped her do that, and she was so blessed to get that scholarship. And so if you know of anybody that needs to go back to school and wants to have something bigger, we do have a scholarship for that as a whole Rotary.
That's awesome, Jennifer. Good job. Very good job. Talent, 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 endless talent. That is cool. Thank you for that. Okay, so now it's our time to officially be happy. If you weren't happy before, it's time to put your happy face on. And what we love to do with happy is money. So with money comes happiness, and with happiness comes money. So just feel free to donate to 380rotary@gmail.com in your PayPal and give a nice little love offering if you have something to share. So I will kick it off this week. Michael and I are so excited because we just keep getting sweet support gift boxes in, and they just keep rolling in left and right. And Providence Village Church just bought a smattering of boxes. And then our wonderful mayor of Krugerville, Jeff Parent, just gave the First Responders Program a donation. So we are just overwhelmed with the opportunities and the gratitude. So that's filling our heart this week. All right. Anybody?
I'm also happy.
Oh, yes. And Michael said he's happy. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Why am I speaking for you? You have a voice.
We both gave. I want to be happy about something separate.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I'm happy about the box.
Yes, definitely. All right. Does anyone else have a happy they'd love to share? The lines are open. Not right now? Okay. All right. Well,
I've got one.
Happy as fall.
Let me get mine. I'm happy because we've been there was a family whose house caught fire, as many of y'all already know, but we've received an overwhelming amount of support for this family, which has been amazing. And you know, the little boy's birthday is on Monday, so we've planned a birthday parade there around Providence Village. We've done all sorts of really cool things, and you know, just to see the turnout and how much we can help, it's makes me happy.
yes, that's beautiful. And you'll be speaking more to that in just about 2 seconds. So yeah, for sure. That is a heartwarming one. All right. Anybody else? Okay, moving along. If you do think of something later in the show, just feel free to let us know. All right. Okay, and Carlos, take it away.
Your younger brother.
What's that?
Your younger brother.
Well, that's a picture of me when I was younger
There we go.
versus a picture of me when I was older.
There we go.
So, yeah, so Liam Mathers, he turns 6 on Monday. He likes Hot Wheels, he likes dinosaurs, he likes Legos. When I was talking to the mom and she told me about what happened, I couldn't help but just go straight to Walmart and buy the little boy a bicycle. And she said that was his favorite thing to do, was ride his bicycle outside. And so she sent me a video of him whenever he got on his bicycle. It was amazing, right? It's wonderful. However, there are other things. Mom, at first, Mom couldn't get past, oh my gosh, it's my son's birthday, and the fire it started in the garage and only went into his room. So all of his stuff is gone, right? So Mom couldn't look past, oh, my son, right? Like, this is just tragedy for my son. Until later on, we were able to kind of, you know, pry out of her what else she needed. Until she finally told me, she's like, well, we don't have toothbrushes anymore. We don't have toothpaste. We don't have deodorant, soap, you know, paper towels. We don't, you know, they're living with Grandpa right now, which is fine. But they, you know, Grandpa wasn't set up to take on the whole family just all at once. So I've posted in our private Rotary group of things that they do need. If y'all do find it in your heart to, go pick up some of these items, Denise has volunteered to help keep them here, and we could just have them delivered all at once. Or this afternoon at 4:30, Brad and Denise have offered for Liam to come, and they've had a bunch of toys and stuff donated already. Well, Denise and Brad, they're going to let him choose whatever toy he wants, stuffed animals, stuff like that. And so that's really neat. But they also need pillows and covers and bed sheets and things like that. Those sizes, all that stuff is in that post. If any of y'all need that information. Also, on Sunday at 2 p.m., I've created an event. I also posted on our page. We're going to do a drive-by parade. And there's like 20 people that have already signed up for it. If you want, you can bring a toy and you can drop it off there, at that time for his birthday. But I think that, if we can just, for the little kid, at least, he might not really understand what's going on, right? I don't think it's right that he should have to lose his birthday because of things that, something that wasn't his fault. And so if y'all can help in any way, then I'm sure it would be greatly appreciated.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Carlos. Hi, Hugh. That is awesome. And that's it. And Carlos, I know you'll keep us updated and give us a play-by-play. And if you're not able to make it, you can always just drop ship through Amazon any gifts over straight to the Kiesling Agency, and they'll make sure it gets in good hands. So yeah, this is really touching. Thank you, Carlos, for doing this. And I know you've got a great team of support around you, and we just really appreciate this is what it's all about. This is Rotary in action. So thank you.
Yeah, Linda's helped out a bunch. The Providence Village Hope Foundation has, I think they're the real heroes in this. They've done a huge amount for this family. And as a matter of fact, this morning, Dave Culp with the Hope Foundation, he's looking into getting the little boy the sign gypsies happy birthday sign put up.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mom doesn't know, and so it's great. It's great. There's definitely been a lot of help and support. So I'm thankful for that.
Get that video footage of the parade for us. That would be wonderful to post on the site. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Speaking of more giving, just another reminder that the Carriage House, the Carriage House Assisted Living in Denton is in need of some donations to take care of our senior friends. Pajamas, toiletries, puzzle books, snacks. Feel free to drop that over to the Kiesling Agency, or you can just order through Amazon, have it delivered directly to the Kiesling Agency. And Ashley has volunteered to deliver those items to them. We're going to give this through October 9th, but we would like to just remember our seniors. This is our forgotten community, and they need our support as well. So thank you, everybody. Just a quick service opportunity alert. We were notified by Jordan Woodard with Crossroads I can't even talk today. I don't have coffee. That we were invited to have a table set up at their fall festival this year. They're going to have it the second Friday of each month on October, November, and December from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And so if there's anyone in our club that is interested in manning the table, please let me know. Just send me a note or text me, call me, whatever, email, whatever is your method of communication. Just let me know if you are interested in signing up to man the table for this. All right, and then on to Sweet Support fundraiser news, just keeping us all updated. We are now, thanks to all these awesome contributions and donations, we are over the $3,000 mark when it comes to our net profit. So just really want to keep you guys in the loop. This means we have definitely secured our $1,000 annual donation to our fundraiser that you guys, I'm not fundraiser, to our nonprofit that you as a club, or we as a club, will get to pick at the end of the Rotary year. So thank you. Gina, I'll be writing you a little later and letting you know when these boxes will be ready to pick up at the Kiesling Agency. But we've got over 200 boxes to make, which we're so excited about. And but Providence Village Church is going to do the heavy lifting on that part. But Gina, we still need your help. So more to come on that. And now the wonderfully infamous, whatever else, I can't think of any other adjective.
I feel like infamous has a negative connotation.
Oh,
Carrie.
okay. Mysterious?
There you go.
Well, I know Jennifer kind of stole a little bit of your thunder, but
Yeah. So we were going to talk about that that job, but no, it's okay. No, it's good that you brought it up. So that's what we're going to talk about. Is they have a job site through Rotary, and so we'll put it out on our Rotary Facebook page. No, I'm glad you brought it up. So pretty cool thing. I thought it was interesting. It's new, right? So it was a pretty cool thing to connect people looking for jobs and people that are looking for employees. So yeah, I think there's a link here, and then we'll put that on our Facebook page. So
absolutely,
if anybody's interested.
awesome.
If you were gonna do that, I mean, like,
Probably should have talked to me.
Thank you.
Great minds think alike. So
that's right. At least I included the scholarship too, so it made it a little different,
you did.
you know.
Okay. All right. So I will talk about polio. All right. So the annual polio day, World Polio Day, is October 24th. And if there's anybody in the club that is adventurous, that loves to ride, they will be having these in Grapevine, Abilene, and Wichita Falls. That is unless COVID prevails against them. And if that happens, then it'll be a sit-in spin one. And so we're looking for a volunteer from a club. We just need at least one person that's willing to dedicate themselves. Maybe if they're already go to the gym all the time. I know Sherry is always in the gym. But if there's any others that just, like to participate in that, please let us know. And then Michael mentioned a couple weeks ago a great idea for collecting pennies. Just so you know, our goal is $25 per member to donate to polio for the year, and we're already more than halfway there. I think we're about a little over $200 shy of hitting our goal as a club. And so if you know anyone that has pennies, or go to your neighborhood and go on your pages there in the neighborhood and say, hey, if you have pennies, drop them off at your porch in a bag and I'll pick them up. You'd be surprised how many people will donate. Michael and I did that in Providence Village, and there was just so much support. So many people were giving it. Yeah. So anyway, make sure to do that. It's a great way to easily raise money for polio. And so appreciate that. All right, without further ado, all right, 2 minutes behind. Sorry, Christine. All right, we bring the wonderful Christine Walker. She is a woman of many, many talents, and she is just brilliant. And she is just on this new venture of supporting our veterans. She's always had a veteran's heart. She herself has a military background, but that is an area that we really haven't touched on as a club. And I really wanted us to find a way that we can support this community. And so without further ado, Christine Walker.
Hi guys. Well, thank you for having me. Just a little bit about me. I am a veteran. I served as a hospital corpsman during Desert Storm at Camp Lejeune. So the Marine Corps, they're my guys and girls. So anyway, as you know, Amy and I started back, and then this summer I'm like, Amy, guess what? I think I'm gonna start my own project because I really have a heart for vets. one of the biggest things, so I started Devil Doc Publishing. Devil Doc is just a term of endearment that Marines give Hospital Corpsmen. I wasn't 8404, but it still applies. So I started Devil Doc Publishing, and we pride ourselves on integrity, excellence, and inspiration. Amy knows I don't like to do things halfway. I either do it right. My grandmother used to say, do a job right the first time or don't do it. And I completely have followed that my entire life. So Devil Dog Publishing is a veteran-owned, up-and-coming publishing company. Our first magazine is going to be At Ease. It says Denton County Veterans, but last night at our staff meeting, because we're getting so much support from outside Denton County, we're like, maybe we should, I didn't want to, but maybe we should expand this to North Texas. So that is the decision we made last night. So it may say Denton County, but we're actually now North Texas Veterans. And it's going to be a magazine that is going to do quite a bit, but I'll go into this. So we want to produce publications with honor and integrity, excellence in content and design, and also specifically for this magazine to provide a voice for the untapped veteran demographic in the North Texas area. I've had the privilege of working with Texas Veterans Commission. They have an entrepreneurial program, and I have a mentor, and I've spoken to her many times, and she's like, yes, this needs to be done. Why hasn't anybody done this before? And I'm like, because they were waiting for me. That's why. So anyway, you can go to the next slide. So you kind of know about me a little bit. I am Desert Storm vet. I also serve as the Vice Commander for Sanger, American Legion Sanger Post 268. I'm also a writer now in that program, a support member of the writers. And then our staff writer, Shannon Robinson, who also freelances for the Providence Village Experience. Amy and I thought we could share nicely. So she's actually quite interesting. She has a master's. Thanks. She has a master's, and she actually partly grew up in Russia. So she's very interesting. She's like a little onion that you get to know. Her sister Kelly is also doing sales for us, and then we have another young man who's doing sales for us as well. So that's kind of our staff. I didn't have a chance to update that before. So the magazine, At Ease, we'll just call it North Texas Veterans, is a magazine that will be free at brick and mortars. So it'll be free at veteran organizations, free at our advertising brick and mortars. So I'll go into that more later. But we're slated to go to print. We're actually slated to go to print next month. And it will feature inspirational stories from soldiers, military history, all kinds of good stuff like that. We're also going to have, we're good.
Sorry, your deck's on a timer.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You just keep going.
I'm kind of waiting for the slide because I don't want to, it's in a certain order. Okay, so there are over 41,000 veterans in Denton County. And we want to reach them all. We're going to start by doing 5,000 print copies, and we're going to take those throughout the area. Now we may end up doing a little bit more because we're expanding, but based on publication models, that potentially could reach almost half of the Denton County veterans. I mean, 15 to 20,000 readers. So the purpose, okay, this is the important part. The reason I started this magazine was every veteran has a story and it deserves to be told. Also to provide a comprehensive directory of veteran services and organizations. This is the kicker. can you pause it for 1 second, Carrie?
Sure.
Just on the slide.
I don't know if I can.
So the biggest thing with veterans is even if they've been out for 30 years, 40 years, whatever the case may be, trying to find veteran services, you would think it would just be easy, just Google it. But there are so many that you end up going into a rabbit hole and you're like, where do I find this information? And I keep calling this number, but nobody answers. Or I keep going to sending a message on this Facebook page and nobody responds. It is a huge, huge rabbit hole. And eventually veterans give up. They're like, okay, I'm done. I'm just tired of trying. And I'm not going to even go into the VA. The VA is great for some. It is awful for others. So we want to help provide a list of vetted veteran organizations that are going to, it's a huge task. And now that we're expanding, we're going to include Collin County, Cook County, Grayson County, obviously Denton County, and eventually Dallas and Tarrant counties. So it's a huge task to put this directory together, but this directory will be in every single magazine so that vets can go by
Awesome.
their city, their county, whatever the case may be.
That's
Because,
awesome.
you know, vets give up. They're tired. They're tired of, you know, trying to find stuff. That's the biggest thing we get from veterans. Also to help increase the viability and visibility of veteran organizations that might otherwise be overlooked. I mean, I'm just in the last 3 weeks, I'm in the rabbit hole of veteran organizations right now. I'm finding people I never knew existed. And I go to them and I talk to them. I've spoken with Denton County Veterans Coalition on Monday, and I'm like, I didn't know you exist. And they're like, we get that a lot. I'm like, okay, so this magazine is something that can help bring that out for veterans to say, hey, these people do exist, and yes, they're here to help you. So our purpose,
Oh,
and now our strategy.
yes.
Our strategy has changed up a little bit in the last 24 hours, but we've been asked why we're creating a tangible magazine and not starting with a digital version. Okay, I did entertain this briefly, and I mean very briefly. Can you pause that slide real quick? So here's the problem. The other thing I do is I have CW consulting service. So I build websites, I do social media marketing for my clients, I do all that kind of stuff. Obviously graphic design, it's what I do. But the problem is, how many people do you consistently see, of all your friends, do you consistently see on your news feeds for Facebook? Like a smidge, right? 5, 6, 10 maybe. And then you're following pages. And then you have all the advertising. And then you have random people's feeds that come up because they're friends of friends. And you're like, no, that's not what I want. Okay, realize the competition. It would be a huge rabbit hole if we just went digital. And the amount of, and trying to reach out and get the followers, and it's just, no, this is a much quicker way to reach our veterans, because that's the point. And a lot of veterans, including millennial, Gen Xers, and of course Vietnam era, they don't have social media. They refuse to be on social media. So I'm like, okay, how do we reach them? We reach them with a magazine. So we will have a digital copy, just like Providence Village does. We'll have a digital copy on the website when I build it. But in one fell swoop, which is 5,000 high quality print copies, we have the potential to reach a readership of 15 to 20K. And that is almost half of the Denton County 41 to 45K veterans.
Wow.
And then we'll also be offering low-cost subscriptions that can be direct mailed directly from our printer to our readers. So that's where a little bit of cost comes in, because it costs us money to pay our printer and pay postage and all that good stuff. It's just business. Okay, I'm ready. All right, distribution. This was our biggest challenge. It's not like we could just mail them to every veteran in the county or in North Texas. I mean, we couldn't afford that, and it's crazy. So one of the things that we decided to do is we decided to put racks at each advertiser. So all of our advertisers will receive a rack with a magazine. It's got a little slide where you can slip a magazine in the top and then a stack of magazines. So we're gonna actually deliver those to our advertisers, brick and mortar locations. We've already got permission from UNT, TWU, their veteran services. We've also got permission from Patriot Sandwich Company. We'll be putting them at TWC. We'll be putting them all over. So if you know people who would like to have them or would like to advertise, let us know. Also, we're going to send an equal percentage to veteran organizations. So we will put them at the VA clinic. We will put them at the coalition. Well, and actually we're going to expand that. So they'll be at veteran organizations and brick and mortars of those who help us. We also took the lead to offer low-cost subscriptions. So mail directly from our printer to your mailbox, and it's $20 annually for 4 quarterly magazines. And if you guys know the kind of work I do for Mac, you know, it's gonna be a high quality magazine. It's not gonna be, our printer is amazing. It's gonna be great. So about the magazine, inspired cover stories, veterans, military history, patriotic holidays, benefits and events. And then we're gonna have regular features, like a veteran organization spotlight. Also, we're gonna delve into issues like veteran suicide. So we're gonna have a Save the 22 section. We're gonna delve into women veterans. Nobody realizes this, but women veterans have a lot of issues. Because, you know, we're expected to be one thing, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we have to deal with quietly. So we're gonna start bringing it to light so that other women veterans know they're not alone. DD 214 and beyond, this is the biggest challenge for vets, I can tell you right now. Transitioning, you know, the first thing you wanna do when you have that DD 214 in your hand is like, yes, I'm free. I'm a civilian again, woo-hoo. And then you get back into the civilian world and you're like, excuse my French a little bit, but crap, now what do I do? So, you know, truthfully, it's like, now what it took me 15 years to figure out what I wanted to do. And that's pretty common for vets. You know, people think they get out and they're like, oh, they're just gonna go to work for this person, or they're gonna go, they may do that for a short time, or they may not. I mean, it's like it's like trying to find yourself again. And it's a struggle. So we're gonna deal with that. We're gonna deal with practical steps. How can you transition? What can you do to make your life better now? We're also gonna have, it's not gonna be all serious. We're gonna have a salute to satire. I wanted to use humor in uniform, but that's kind of taken, so. With Reader's Digest. Right, yeah, it's kind of taken. So we have a salute to satire. So we have quite a few stories that are really hilarious that civilians will not find hilarious, but as military and veterans, we do. So, because it's kind of dark, it's a little bit dark humor. But yeah, we're gonna have a salute to satire. And then of course the Consolidated Veteran Resource Directory for North Texas now. So we'll make sure to get those. And then, you know, when you put a presentation together, you're like, what's next? I forget. So more about the magazine. First, excellence in design. It'll be full color, professional layout, interactive QR codes, and then, ta-da. And then that goes directly to our Facebook page. And then excellent in quality, heavyweight cover and pages, high quality Kodak inks. And then starting with saddle stitch, which you guys know, the Providence Village Experience is saddle stitch with the staple. And then eventually we'll go to a perfect bound. And it'll be a great coffee table magazine as well. And eventually when doctors' offices will allow magazines back, well, shoot, when they allow furniture back, that'll be great. So when that happens, it's something that can be at a doctor's office or wherever. So what do we need to make this happen? Advertisers, they're the backbone of every print publication. Also sponsors. And our sponsorship is a little bit different. We have two options. You can be an individual or a small business sponsor for $3.75 a quarter. It's a little bit less than our ad prices, but what it does is on one of the back pages, it'll have a listing of all of our sponsors that help make this happen. The other one is corporate or content sponsors for larger organizations and companies who want to sponsor specific content, like the cover story or the veteran. And those really, we'll include an ad for you, and we'll do that. But that really is just basically like, I really want to see this magazine get out, so I'm going to put money towards it. And, it can be a one-time thing, or it can be an ongoing thing. And then sales team, you can skip through that because we've got a sales team now. But most of all, what we need our community support. We need your support. So I am so grateful to be here today, and I'm so grateful to share with you what we're doing and where we're going with this. It's the more I talk about it, the more people talk about it, the more people want it. One of my sales gals, Kelly, her boyfriend is a Denton PD and a vet. And so we're doing one of our stories on him. And for the first time since he got out of the military, he actually shared about all the crap he went through. And it was like really cathartic for him. And, Shannon's like, okay, I gotta go now. It's 11 o'clock at night. But it was just really one of those things that just he had never talked about his story. He had never talked about what he went through. He had never talked about his brothers he lost. He never talked about that. And with this story, it allowed him that place, place of safety to go, oh, I can talk about this and the world isn't going to fall. And so his story is going to be out there, which will hopefully encourage other vets to share their stories. That's the biggest thing. Why do vets commit suicide? Because they don't tell their stories. Or they have survivor's guilt. Why did I survive and why did my brother not? Or why did my sister not? Well, you survived. This is what I tell all vets, because I work with vets on a regular basis. You survived to tell their story.
Right.
You survived to live for them. You survived so their name would never be forgotten. So
Truly impactful.
Anyway, that's why we're here. That's why I'm doing this. And then eventually next spring we'll come out with a music magazine, which will be all fun. But this one is my heart. So
yeah,
it's what we need to do to get vets, to help vets, because 22 a day. And by the way, out of those 22, probably 60% of those 22 who commit suicide every single day are women.
Oh.
They don't know how to deal. So we're going to help.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a labor of passion and love for sure. Does anyone have any questions for Christine right now?
I'm open. Send them my way. Sorry to get so heavy. It's kind of a...
Dr. Paul Bastage.
I have met him. I met him with the coalition. I reached out to him, but he has not responded quite yet. So Paul Bastage has he does the Veteran Center for Denton County.
Yeah, he's our veterans office with the county.
Yeah. So, I reached out to him, but right now they're in the middle of a move. They're moving from McKinney Street to, I think, the new, yeah. So he's in the middle of a move. I'm sure he'll reach out when he can.
So Christine, I know you're with also the American Legion. Yes. Does that have any partnership or a team with this magazine or?
Well, of course, because, I'm their vice commander, so everybody's like, yes, that's awesome. We are actually doing a story on our writers. Our writers group is a group of, bikers They ride motorcycles, but what they do is they go out into the community. In fact, this Saturday, our riders group is doing a benefit poker run for Sanger ISD. So we will be out there early, I guess that's tomorrow, early tomorrow morning, and they will be riding 120 round trip miles and doing the poker run. And then what it's going to do is it's going to help raise funds to buy bottled water for Sanger ISD because all their water fountains had to be shut off because of the COVID thing. So we're raising money for water for the faculty and the kids. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. But that's kind of what we do. You know, the American Legion is really about veterans serving veterans. So we're vets, and we know our veterans need whatever in our community needs. So we're there to support that.
It's wonderful. Well, we will definitely, I mean, you're always going to be a close partner for me and personally, but definitely we would love to stay in good communication and good partnership with you as well, and with this magazine, and also with the American Legion. So this is just.
Well, I think we might be planning. What's really cool, we actually meet at the Elks Lodge in Sanger. I didn't know much about the Elks Lodge. It's kind of different, but they love vets. So we're meeting at their location, and they really want to partner with us. But we're thinking about having a car show later this fall.
Ooh.
And, you know, like a classic car show and motorcycle show. We just have to kind of work out the details, but, you know, it'd be a great time. We're going to have vendors and people set up tables and do stuff. So I will definitely keep you guys posted.
Please.
And let you know. So maybe you can come out and set up a table and share, because,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, does Sanger have a Rotary?
Oh, I'm sure they do. It seems like every spot has a Rotary Club.
I don't know.
So we'll see. I'll reach out to them, especially now knowing about what's going on with the ISD over there. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow, and we were on the front cover of the Sanger News, so that's cool.
Nice. Oh, hang on. Let's see.
Anybody have any other questions about the magazine? Oh, by the way, one more little thing. See this woman right here on the front of the cover? And where it says Dog Patch Diner.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah.
This woman is my great aunt.
Oh, wow.
And she is she was a flight nurse during World War II and the Korean War. And she was in a horrible plane crash in the Sea of Japan. They were transporting patients from Korea to Japan, and the plane went down like literally a few minutes after they took off in the Sea of Japan. She was in the water for probably over an hour, and she was the highest ranking officer who survived. She would not get in the life raft until all 17 men who survived the crash were in life rafts. And then eventually she had, fractured her skull. She had broken her leg, her arm. So she was in pretty bad shape, but she is the only woman in the Korean War to receive the Distinguished Flying Cross from the Air Force.
Mm.
So I'm going to do a story on her, and I'm in touch with my cousin. So, and she's actually going into there's a new Veterans Museum in Washington, D.C., Women Veterans Museum. And she's actually going to be a featured section of that museum. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to write a story on my Aunt Janita.
That's
awesome. Yeah. So just wanted to share that, but that's all I have. So yeah, there she is.
I think Dan had a question.
Oh,
how do I request a subscription?
If you go to our website, doubleduckpublishing.com, and it's right there. When you first pull up the website, there's a link, and you can click on that. It'll take you to the payment, and then you're good to go.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll get that link, and I'll make sure to share it on our group page, and make sure the email goes out to Dan. So that's
awesome. And also, if you guys could go to our Facebook page, and we have two Facebook pages. We have Double Duck Publishing, and we also have Addie's. In fact, these little cards, you guys don't have them there, but that QR code, that will scan directly to our Facebook page. So, and then on the back of our media kit, also on our website is our media kit, which you can actually download. So in PDF format, or you can just scroll through it in our simple booklet. So
Awesome.
everything's right there.
Good deal.
I'm so grateful you guys have me. Thank you so much.
Yes, I was going to say that. Thank you. We are so grateful to have you. And yeah, seriously, like we will continue to be in touch with you and partner with you, definitely, for sure. I think that's just an area, you know, just like our seniors, it's also an area that we've just neglected, is our veterans. And so it just warms my heart to know, one, that you're on it, you know, and you're doing it. But also, you know, as far as Rotary Club, I think this is just good for us to be a part of.
Yeah.
And speaking of our great veterans, while you were talking, I couldn't help but think about Richard Deggs, and I know Richard just popped on our feed. So let's see, Richard, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I was thinking about you through this presentation. It was recorded, so you'll get the replay for it. But it is it's all about veterans, and I know you've got such a big through your family, you have such a big military background, and I just
Yes.
you through it. But yeah, we'll talk more about that. And thank you again, Christine. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. I know it's not easy to sometimes share from the heart, you know, without getting emotional, but we embrace emotion around here at Rotary. So we embrace heart and we embrace all of your passion. So you are always welcome here. And Richard, would you like to go ahead and just lead us out?
I showed up at the right point, huh?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, the four-way test of things we think, say, or do. Number one, is it the truth? Number two, is it fair for all concerned? Number three, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Number four, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And number five, have some fun.
Thank you. Awesome. And Carlos, I heard the ding. Thank you, sir. All right, guys, make it a great weekend. This link will put all the updates over to you. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye. Thank you.
Big,